How to properly gear your characters. I might watch this because I have no fucking idea. And I want to see what this is for gearing my character. They delayed the launch about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I'll talk about that just real quick. Is that they did delay the launch. And the reason why, as I said before, is that I think that like no memes, no bullshit. The reason why it probably got delayed is just simply because there was so much of a larger influx of players that they weren't ready for it.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my engraving slash gearing guide for Lost Ark. A lot of you guys have been asking me on my stream like crazy to cover engravings, how do accessories work, how do ability stones work, what is all of this stuff on my screen, and how do I tell what stats are right for my class. In this video, I will cover all of that stuff. All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to my engraving slash gearing guide for Lost Ark. A lot of you guys have been asking me on my stream like crazy to cover engravings, how do accessories work, how do ability stones work, what is all of this stuff on my screen, and how do I tell what stats are right for my class. In this video, I will cover all of that stuff for those of you that are new and looking to hop into the game, especially when progressing through tier 1 content. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll have a much better idea of how the gearing system works overall. Now, fortunately, we do have a sponsor for today's video, so we'll hop into that, and I'll see you right back here at the video. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit delivery service. HelloFresh makes cooking at home easy, fun, and most important, affordable. With Valentine's Day coming up, you can skip the crowded, overpriced restaurants by enjoying a 3-course meal with your significant other, all from the comfort of your home. Unless you're like me and you just play video games all day.
Bro, I never have done one of these. Like, I know they have like the HelloFresh is like, it's like a meal prep service, right? Hashtag ad. Well, yeah, it's obviously an ad. That's how it works. He said it was sponsored. Yeah. Like, what do you think? He's like, yeah, guys. So anyway, I was going to talk to you guys about Lost Ark, but just 1 second. Actually, just now that I think of it, I just wanted to talk to you guys about Jack Link's beef jerky. Listen, it's made with 100% real beef. It's just amazing, great food. Like, I mean, it's obviously a fucking ad. Everybody knows it's a fucking ad. Chat, shut the fuck up. You'd sell out too? Well, everybody sells out. That's what working a job is.
And you don't have a significant other, maybe me and you can share a dinner.
That was my first controller.
My birthday is on the 15th after all. Jokes aside, I was happy to partner with HelloFresh because I'm constantly at my desk streaming or working on a video. And if I'm being honest, this leaves me little energy or time to prepare my dinner. Sometimes I don't make it to the grocery store, and I'll just end up eating out, which really isn't good for my health or my wallet. HelloFresh offers a wide variety of quick and easy recipes that allow me to maintain control over my food choices and cut back on some of that meal prep time or the trips to my local grocery store. Right now, use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use PogStoop16 for up to 16 meals free and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. Gifts include free.
Man, I wish they had given him a better creator code than that. Like, it would have been like that's a long code. It would have been way better if he had a smaller one.
Appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes. Consider giving HelloFresh a try. Check the link in the description for more information, and a big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video.
There you go.
Alright, so when it comes to gearing in Lost Ark, it's actually not as convoluted as it may look or you may think. You have two sides to your character. You have the left side of your character where you have your actual equipment or armor, your helmet, your shoulders, your chest piece, your leggings, your gloves, your weapon. These are items that you're going to earn from various aspects in the game. You have your Chaos dungeons that you'll be doing early. You also have your Void dungeons or your Abyss dungeons, depending on the region that you've played on so far. And then you also have your raiding content, your Abyss raids and your Legion raids. When you start off the game early on, you're going to be doing Chaos dungeons, which are essentially your Rift-style Diablo content that you've seen a lot of players do in various videos. And you're going to get a starter set.
Dude, I'm so excited to do those. Like, I'm going to be honest. Like, everything, like, I want to play the game, like, now, dude. He's on Korea. Yeah, he's on Korea now. I know, it's just it's his Korean character. Lost Ark free-to-play launch is a disaster. I have never thought of a bigger disaster than this. You know what I mean? Like, that's absolutely right. It's like you have, like, huge disasters. You had, like, riots, you know, like, I don't know, like, wars, and, you know, like political assassinations, and then right up there with those, earthquake, is them being 15 minutes late for a free game. Yep, that's right. Astro World, move aside.
of gear through doing that. These blue items that you acquire, that's going to hold
It
you
is
over
15
until you
minutes
end
so
up
far.
crafting your own gear throughout
I
various
know.
vendors in the game, from doing those dungeons, those end game dungeons that are different than chaos dungeons, and your legion raids.
That's
You
what
don't
I
have to
wanna
know
do
all these
too.
terms, just know that you end up crafting your end game gear sets, and there is no RNG in acquiring these. There are different sets that
That's
offer
badass.
different set bonuses. On the
gonna
right
have
side
all
of
the
your
best gear in the
character,
game,
you're
by
going to
the way.
have your accessories, which are separate, and you'll acquire them through different means. You will not craft these. You will
I'm gonna have
find
all
them,
the best
loot
gear in
them,
the game.
or get them from the market from other players. The left side of your character, your actual equipment, will determine your overall item level. You will go to this honing vendor, I believe that's what it will be
1.5K?
called on NA, and
That's a
you
big
upgrade
fucking
your
item
gear
level.
similar to what you've seen in other games. However, you do not diminish or downgrade your gear
start
if you
Twittering
fail
down?
the
Let me see.
upgrade. Nothing happens. You just waste your mats, and you continue to upgrade your gear over time. If you fail enough times, you get an automatic 100% upgrade if you fail. That's a pity system built into the game. And that's how you'll progress the left side of your character. And that's really all you need to
Should be
know
good for
for
me.
at least the time being. I'll do a more in-depth video as you reach tier 3
Yep.
content. On the right side, again, you have your accessories. And on these accessories, you'll see three things. You will see secondary stats like crit, agility,
Okay.
stats that you've seen in other MMOs before.
Yeah.
You will see something at the top called grade or quality. That will be a number. Some items will be lower in quality or grade. Some items will be higher in quality and grade. Essentially, what grade or quality means is it determines how much of the secondary stat you will receive. So you have 200 max secondary stat on rings, 300 on earrings, and 500 on your neck piece. Meaning
Wow.
that the grade or quality on your rings, rather, are not as important as your earrings and your neck piece, right? Because you can only get 200 agility max on earrings, so getting 190 isn't that big of a deal at 75 grade or quality. When you look at your
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. The thing is, people are, oh my god, it's so complicated. Oh man, how we gonna figure this shit out, bro? The game has been out for 3 days, man. Like, just give it a couple. You're gonna figure it out. Like, it's not that hard. Like, the thing is, like, you see kids playing this game. Like, there are kids that play this game, but you could figure it out. An 8th grader could figure this shit out. Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta spend time on it. That's all. I gotta take a piss, guys. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did you wash your hands? Why would I wash my hands? Yeah, why would I wash my hands, dude? I got a clean dick. Why would I'm just confused. Why would I do that? Why would I wash my hands? That's weird.
earrings, though, you can get 300, so you care more about it there, and then you have your neck piece. However, early on, you care about none of that. Early on, especially when you first get into the game in the first tier, tier 1, which you will be in for about a week or two until you get to tier 2, and then that will be 2 to
I'll be done with it in a day. Probably maybe half a day. If I really try to go for it, I'll be done with it so fast. Like, trust me. Like, whenever I go in and I do bosses, I just beat them. Like, I don't think about it. I don't worry about it. I just do it. That's all there is to it.
3 weeks, you'll probably be in there. 4 weeks if you're a newer player, maybe, and then tier 3 comes out. And then in end game, tier 3 is when you care about quality or grade. We'll touch more on that later. So again, you have secondary stats. That's on the gear. You can see crit. You have your grade, and then you have something called engraving effects. Now, I will have a video listed down below that does cover engravings in maybe a more in-depth fashion.
I might watch that because I need to figure this engraving shit out. Like, I really, really, really want to get... like, my goal today is to get the Madness engraving. Like, that's the one thing I want out of today. If I get nothing else, I don't care, as long as I get the Madness engraving.
Is a little bit more confusing to you, but I will cover it in today's video. All right, so right now I'm going to unequip all of my accessories, and you can see that I have... we'll undo these as well, and you can see that I have no engraving effects.
Okay.
The way that you want to understand engraving effects is that it's a similar system to Corruption, but a much better system than Corruption if you've ever played Battle for Azeroth. And I know for some people that might give them the heebie-jeebies, but that's the best way.
No, bro, Corruption was awesome. What do you mean? Corruption was big dick. Yeah, what do you mean? Dude, Corruption was big dick. Like, I love Corruption. It was fun. No, it wasn't. It wasn't fun. Wow, bad. Shut up. Popping a 5 million Twilight Devastation. That was fun. That was fun.
I can compare it to anything that I've played previously. Okay, so we're going to look at our earrings. If you look at this piece of equipment, again, we have our secondary stats. At the top, we have strength, vitality. Again, that's just by default. Don't worry about that. You're looking at the secondary additional stats. And then underneath that, we have the engraving effects. Plus 5 grudge, plus 3 sharp blunt, plus to slowness. The first two in the yellow text are positive effects, and the bottom effect, the red effect, is a negative effect. When I equip this, you can see that I've gained plus 5 points into grudge or level 1. You can see I have summon sharp blunt, but it's not at level 1 yet, and I have summon slowness, but it's not at level 1 yet.
What does slowness do?
In order to get the benefit of any of these effects, you need at least 5 points to get level 1, 10 points to reach level 2, and 15 points to reach level 3. And it's a cascading effect. Obviously, the more and deeper you go into the engraving effect, the stronger it gets. So it's important to note that by just having...
I can't. Let me move it. So it's like, I'll do like right like this, okay? How about that? How's that? Does that better? There, that should be better. So I'll go back like 10 seconds just so he can explain it.
Benefit of any of these effects, you need at least 5 points to get level 1, 10 points to reach level 2, and 15 points to reach level 3. And it's a cascading effect. Obviously, the more and deeper you go into the engraving effect, the stronger it gets. So it's important to note that by just having 2 points in slowness, again, if you look at it, 5, 3, and 2, by just having 2 points in slowness, I do not receive the negative effect. You have to
So you can just get all the different negative effects, but then not get it to level 1, and then you don't have any negative effects. Is that how it works? Oh, shit. That's actually really cool. I like that a lot. Damn.
Level 1.
We already
min-maxing,
man.
15 points. Hopefully you're following me here. So when you're looking at all of these things, you're probably wondering which one's most important. Early on, the most important thing that you care about is secondary stats. So you're going to prioritize secondary stats, then you're going to prioritize engravings, and then down the road you'll prioritize quality or polish.
So this is almost like PoE. Is like you wait, now it's in the way again. It says engravings where my camera is.
Polish or whatever it's called, right? The grade, the number you see at the top. That's the last thing you will prioritize. But first, worry about your stats, then worry about engravings. But at certain points in the game, you'll worry about all of them all at once. Okay? But just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that when you do make a set of accessories, if all of your accessories have the correct stats, but maybe one is off, but it will give you this engraving effect and it will help you out, that's fine as well. With that being understood, let's dive more into engravings. So as we mentioned earlier, you're going to acquire your gear set. It's pretty easy to do and it's very deterministic. As you do dungeons and raids, you will then acquire these mats and craft your own set gear. However, when we look at our accessories, again, you will earn them through chaos dungeons, you will earn them through guardian raids, but more than anything, you will earn them by buying them from other players.
Guys, I'd like to talk a little bit about what server I play on and what my character name is. I play on Galatar server. So again, I play on Galatar server. My character name is Asmon, and let me just type it out for you. Asmongod. It's Asmongold. Not Asmongold, Asmongold. So I just wanted to let you guys know that that is my name and that's the server that I play on. I know it's been a question a lot of people have had, and I don't know what really made me think of it, but I thought I might as well just clarify.
Do that type of content, accessories will drop, and more than likely an accessory will drop that might be worth something to somebody else, but not for your class. You're gonna post your accessories on the auction house, and you're probably gonna end up buying accessories for you that are beneficial. So you're gonna sell the ones that you gather and then save your gold, and oftentimes
so it's like PoE where like you get a good item but it's not good for you, and then the other guy gets a good item and it's not good for him, and then y'all trade it. Okay, that's cool. For an accessory that's beneficial for you. However, early on in the game, you will not be using the market. You'll take what you can get. And how it will work is you'll create a build or find a build, and I'll talk more about how you can find a build later, and you're going to try to craft an engraving set, keeping in mind that you want the best stats possible. So with our accessories, the first thing that you'll do is actually look for engraving effects, not in your accessories, but through seal books. And these are books that you will acquire, and I'll make a video on this later, or maybe the video is already out by now. You will go around and do quests and earn seal books by playing the game. Okay, in seal books, what they actually do is they store in your engraving knowledge tome thing here, and all of your characters have access to this. Okay, so whenever you read a book, all of your so this is account bound? All of your engravings are account bound. Well, why doesn't everybody do that? Why does it not every server bound? Yeah, why would not, like, let's say, like, why would, like, hypothetically, like, WoW not do that? Like, I'm just thinking of a random game. Yeah, why would they not do it? That's so weird to me. Lost Ark's Twitter's down. Let me refresh it. It's up for me. Yeah, it's up for me. It's just fine. The thing is, like, I think they took down their Twitter because they saw me talk about Cerberus, and they wanted to shut it down because, like, they were trying to get away with not having to give me an extra Cerberus. But I need them to do that. Lost Ark is, yeah, the thing is, like, the reason why Lost Ark, again, is delayed, it's my fault. It's my fault. I did this to you. And I want to let you know that I did this maliciously. This is not something that was just like an accident or a, secondary effect of myself streaming the game. I woke up early this morning thinking I want to ruin the average working Joe's Friday. Like, I want to make his one day that he took off for his 3-day weekend. You're not getting a 3-day weekend, Joe. You're getting a day and a half. And then your wife's going to be on your ass on Sunday and you're not even going to be able to play the game. You're welcome. And then you have to go back to work.
Characters have access to this feature, meaning that it's set server or account wide.
Yep.
And we'll talk more about what that means in a second. This will show you all of the possible
the
engraving effects that exist in the game. And on the second tab here, these are all of the possible engraving effects that exist for your class. So let's say we're going for a Madness build and we want to build Madness Berserker because it's a very popular build.
Bro, that's so badass.
The first thing that you'll do early on in the game is you'll try to gather as many books as possible. And again, you'll earn them through doing quests. There are 4 different types of books that you can acquire. There are green engraving books, there are blue engraving books, there are purple engraving books, and then later on in tier 3 there are legendary engraving books. Now when you read a book, you need to read 20 to store it in that page that I showed you earlier. You need to read 20 green books, and what that will do is it will give you the engraving effect. Follow me along here. It will give you the engraving effect, and it will give you 3 points of it. I'll explain what that means in a second. If you read 20 of the blue books right here, you will get 6 points. If you then go on to read 20 of the purple books, you'll get 9 points, and if you read 20 of the legendary books, you will get 12 points. Essentially, think of this as like enchanting. You're reading this knowledge or this manual, and if you read 20 of each color,
no,
you go
that
3,
actually makes sense.
6,
it makes sense.
9, 12, giving you those.
Like it does make sense. Like people say it doesn't make sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like the thing is, like, you'll get it as soon as you do it, probably. Like Twitter's down. Yeah, basically Twitter is down as well. As a lot of you all know, my madness and malice knows no bounds. I did that too.
And what that means is you have these 2 slots here, right? And this is the first way that you'll start to work on your engravings. The first thing you'll look for is these books, the seal knowledge, and you will seal or enchant yourself with these engravings. So if I wanted madness, again, I've read 20 of the green, then I read 20 of the blue, then I read 20 of the purple, and then I went to read 20 of the legendary. Okay, and that's going to give me those 12 points that we talked about. And now I can seal that and drag it here, and you can see that I gained 12 points of madness, right? And that gives me up to level 2. Remember, 5 points in level 1, 5 points in level 2, and
why don't he have level 3? Why do you not have level 3? Like, why don't you just get level 3? Yeah, why don't you just get level 3? Oh, he's not done with it? We'll just finish it. Like, what's the problem? You just do it.
But I need to fill it all out to get this to glow and to get the benefit.
Yeah,
so that means I need an accessory that gives me +3 madness, right? If I put these earrings on, I now get level 3 madness. Easy enough, right? By the way, this is the most confusing system in Lost Ark, so don't feel, oh my gosh, I don't understand it yet. It'll make more sense to you when you're actively playing the game. But if you're just watching this video and you're following along so far, you're doing good. Also, the earrings that I did just equip earlier also had 5 grudge on them, so now I've earned the grudge effect as well. And remember, I haven't earned any of the negative effects. But you can seal 2 of them. So early on in the game, you're not going to have these legendary books. You're probably going to have at best blue books. Maybe you've got some green books. And what you'll do is you can double seal, right? So I can take this, maybe I've read 20 of the green and 20 of the blue, giving me those 6 points. I can actually double seal, drag them in the slot, and now I have 12 points, right? 6 and 6 giving me that 12, and all I would need to do is get those last 3. So that's how it's going to work. You're going to get your books first and seal, and then what you'll look for is a thing called an engraving stone, right? So we took care of the books, and then now we need an engraving stone.
That's
and an engraving stone is something that you'll learn about by doing a quest in the game. As you do your progression in end game, you'll get these stones from doing a quest, and it will ask you to cut a stone. And welcome to RNG City with this system.
Yeah.
It's really fun to do, but it's also really tilting. So you'll get to this little screen right here, and essentially,
so this is like gambling, right? Like, I actually, like, yo, guys, I actually don't think it's that complicated. I know y'all are like, oh, what the fuck, what the fuck. No, it's probably not that complicated. Like, it's just you're getting all of it at the same time. It's really probably not. Like, these games, again, you know what my dad told me whenever I was learning to drive? I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm never gonna learn how to drive. It's too hard. My dad says, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I said, "It's too hard. I'm not smart enough." He says, "Look around. Look at all the morons. Look at all the absolute dumbasses driving around in cars. You still think you can't do it? Look at him. Look at him. Look at that idiot. He has a driver's license. Why can't you get one?" I'm like, okay. All right, that's fine." And think about it like that. There's a lot of people that are dumb as fuck. They are absolutely dumb as fuck, and they have no idea what they're doing. And because of that, and even them, they have better engravings than you do. That you can figure this out. I guarantee you can figure it out. And do you want to know how I figure out the right thing to do? By doing the wrong thing. That's what I do. I am a person who learns by error. Like, I will do it wrong over and over and over, and then I will eventually do it right. That's normal. Yeah, the problem is that I used to do that in school, and my dad really didn't like that. That was the one thing he was not a fan of, is my, A/B testing, or it's usually C, because, I just pick C. I read somewhere like C is the most often answer, so it's C. Yeah, it was not good. Fall forward. Well, my dad, I explained to my dad that I actually never tried to. I'm just a complete tangent. I'm just going to talk about this and we'll get back to the video. I told him one time that I never tried to get a 100 in a class. I would get the progress report and it would have like the accounting for each grade and the weighting for each grade. And I would mathematically calculate the easiest assignments for me to do, for me to mathematically get a 75 in the class. And then I would also get like a 90 sometimes if it was a really easy 6 weeks. And then if I got a 90, they couldn't give you less than a 50. So a 90 and a 50 averaged together are 70 and you still pass. So I could effectively do a 6 weeks of work and to get a 90, and then I don't even really have to go to school next time. So I min-maxed my grades, and I had a 2.4 in high school. I earned that 2.4 right on the dot. I explained that to my dad about a year ago. I graduated 10 years ago. He still got mad. It still made him mad. Even like, so imagine what it was like back then. He was not happy at all. 2.4 out of 100? Yeah, exactly. And bullshit, you can't guarantee 100%? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You just get it right. And that's why I said 75, right? Because, like, what if I do make a mistake? Well, then, I got this is 73. But if I do well, and I get like this one time I got a 94, I was upset. I wasted 4 points. Why the fuck I need those 4 points for? I wasted my own damn time. Did you get grounded? No, my dad just get pissed off at me. The thing is, like, my dad, I think he always trusted that I'd be able to figure something out. Because, like, even whenever I was a kid, I was, like, always wheeling and dealing. Like, I used to sell floating rocks whenever I was in, like, kindergarten and first grade. And then after that, I would sell fireworks at the school. I sold fireworks at school a lot. Because, like, first time I went and my dad took me to get fireworks at school, not fireworks at school, but he got fireworks at the fireworks stand. I didn't have enough money saved up, and I only bought like 2 boxes of Black Cats and like M1000s and like, big old fireworks and smoke bombs and shit. And then I told my dad, I'm like, well, let's come back in 2 weeks and I'll get even more money. And my dad says, well, they closed. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? He says, yeah, they're open only 2 times a year. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is this, right? Like, it actually was almost like the corruption vendor in BFA. You know how it's on like a rotation and you only have like Twilight Devastation. It's only up like maybe every 3 weeks, right? So it's like a video game rotation. And so it's a FOMO mechanic. It is. And so what did I do? I saved all my lunch money every single week. I would save my lunch money and I would spend like $150 on fireworks at the fireworks stand, and my dad would buy it all for me, and he let me buy it. And I would take the fireworks to school and I would sell them to kids at school, because you could sell them for way more money, because like kids want to buy fireworks but they can't do it. But then I sell fireworks to them and I make so much fucking money. And then after that, I was selling different programs on a calculator that you could download, that you could use to plug in different formulas that people could use to pass in algebra. And I had these, and I had 2 calculators, because you had to clear one calculator. I never cleared the other one, so I swap that bitch around. And then I would fucking take people's lunch money for that, and I would get the money. It was a TI 83 or 84 plus. And so that's the thing. Like I was like, and then also I would sell like burned CDs and shit like that too. Like I would sell anything that I could. And like my dad probably was he saw me do that, and he was just like, okay, this, you know, it'll be all right. Yeah, he'll be fine. Like that, like basically anything that I could do to get money, I would do. Like I remember whenever George Bush decided that there wasn't going to be any more soda in school, I said, thank you, George, I appreciate that. I'm going to bring it from my house and sell it for twice as much. Thanks a lot, George. Yeah, that sounds good to me. That was my life. And then I would fail class. I would almost fail class every time, man. He would be pissed.
What you're trying to do and what you have to do is you have to make your way across all of these. And it's no different than an accessory, right? These have no stats on them, by the way. You'll loot a stone from doing a chaos dungeon or a guardian raid, and it will show you guillotine, barricade, peacefulness. This is a stone that has those engraving effects on it. And you have 75% here to, if I tap it here, I failed. This is where the RNG starts. I have another 75% chance to get an effect here. Boom, I hit one. Again, 65%. Every time you succeed, you go down 10%. Every time you fail, you gain 10%, with the max being 75. Okay, it's okay if you're confused here, just watch the screen. So now I've got 55%, I hit. Now I get 45%, I'm gonna go down here because I actually want to fail this. I don't want to succeed in this row, and I want to succeed.
Come on, give me a 2000x.
Right? I don't want negative effects. So 55, I'll go here for funsies. I passed. 45, I failed. Then I'll go here. 65, I'll bring it here just for science. 75, I'll do it here. This is bad stone already, right? But we'll just do this for science. So I'll fill these out now. So I've got 5, 6, and 4. And if I add that stone, if I equip it, right, 5, it's very simple. Plus 5 guillotine, plus 6 barricade, plus 4 peacefulness. If I equip the stone and it's right there, I get those effects and I don't get the negative effect, right?
Yeah.
So when you combine your stone that you will acquire, it goes in this bottom slot, your seals here.
So you have it put together. Oh my God. That's so close. That's such a good one. Yeah, wow. And it's like, no, I've watched Train before, right? And like the thing is that like I know slots don't work like this, but he always wins in that. He always would win in that Anubis game. Like he would, and like I know it doesn't work like that, but like why would he win every time whenever he plays Anubis? I wonder why. Yeah, I don't understand at all. He won 8 million last night. Yeah, it only cost 9 million. I don't know. Yeah, as I said, guys, I watch Train all the time. He's one of my oldest friends on Twitch.
All of these accessories, right? That's how you will get a build like this. By combining the stone, getting a really good stone is important, but early on, you'll take what you can get, getting some nice accessories, and so on. That's the gearing in Lost Ark in a nutshell. There's also things like gems and tripods, but you won't experience those until tier 2 and tier 3 content, which will take you a couple of weeks. And I don't recommend learning about it now. It's going to overwhelm you. But if you can understand this, the left side being your actual equipment, and the quality thing that you see here is the exact same as I mentioned earlier. You quality in the equipment and you upgrade that, and that determines your item level, and then your accessories that you will get through various aspects of the game. And that's responsible for your critical strike, your agility, and all your secondary stats and your engravings. If you are overwhelmed by any of this, do not panic, do not worry. It didn't make sense to me until I actually played the game. And like a lot of things in life, watching a video on it prior before you actually see it in person,
that's a really cool effect. Bro, that reminds me of like, what's that fucking bullshit that they do in Smash Brothers, where like you get all 3 pieces of the thing, and then you can make the little thing, you go right on them. Yeah, that's what it is. Twitter's down. I did that. Yep.
feel
I did that.
overwhelming or confusing, but just know that it will make
Why'd
a
you
lot
break
more
my
sense
game?
when you're actually
'Cause I
playing the
wanted to.
game, like all things in life. But if you can
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
the gist of what I'm saying, it will help you a lot when you're jumping into the game, and it won't be as foreign to you. Now, if you're wondering where should I learn about builds and how do I know what stats do I want for my class and how do I know what engravings I want, there's a fantastic website, maxroll.gg, that just picked up Lost
Was
Ark.
that mechanic the same mechanic that they have on Alexander 3 Savage, where everybody gets the line, then they have to move out of it, and then move out of the place that they were at, and then move out of the original spot? Yes. Yeah, I thought so. See, this is like, I cannot wait, bro. Like, I cannot wait until I get to the max level dungeons and raids. Like, I love that shit, man. And figuring it out. No, but it's kind of the same thing. Yeah, why is Twitter being down a big deal for you guys? That's a good question. So Twitter being down is a big deal for them because usually they're tweeting about me, about how there was one person who made a tweet. This is a comment that he made yesterday. I pulled it up. I wanted to show it to the stream real quick. So you're quitting Final Fantasy 14 now. Way to jump on the bandwagon after we welcomed you with open arms. Kinda lame if you ask me, but you do you, brah. Damn, brah. Damn, brah. I just thought it was funny. I was going to comment back at him. I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm not going to play it again until they pay me again. He'll be like, wait, what? You got paid?
And it has a lot of reliable information on there. I will have it linked below. But for example, you can go to their build guides and look for a Madness or Mayhem Berserker raid guide. And it will tell you your build, your ability layout. It will give you how to choose your actual ability tripods. Don't worry about that yet. And it will also give you engravings that we just touched on, which ones you want to go for. And it will also give you a stat breakdown as well. It gives you all of the information here. Very easy to digest. And I highly recommend the website for those of you that are looking for information on your class. And no, I am not affiliated with the website. It's just one that I think is pretty useful for new players. And that's it, you guys. Hopefully that video was easy to understand or somewhat digestible. I'll have all the links for all the stuff that I mentioned listed down below in the description. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you can check out my live stream somewhere here on the screen, and I'd be more than willing to answer them. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all
watch the
in the next
engravings
one.
video. There's this video. Stoopzz is a great content creator. And do y'all remember whenever we were talking, like he made that video like literally 3 days ago, and he was talking about how he was gonna hopefully hit you know, fucking 100,000 subs, and he had 89K, and now he almost has 93K subs. Like, that's literally how fast it is. That's nuts, man. Holy shit, that is really fucking fast. God damn. Look up Legacy Gaming. I'll watch this one right here. Yeah, sure. Give me 1 second, and I'll see if I can find that video real quick. Selling to him now? Yeah. I mean, give him a sub. I think that he's a good guy. And, you know, again, like, he's from the WoW community, so I've known this guy for a long time. And, yeah, there you go. He's already up to 93.5. Holy shit. God damn. All right. Yeah, there you guys go. Yeah, make sure to give him a sub.